Welcome to Cena Here, where you come for all of your media needs. My name is Ray.
It's your boy Nicky Tay.
And today we are reviewing Luke Cage Season 2.
For Harlem. Starring Mike Colter as Luke Cage. So, Luke is back. And this time, he's back for blood. No, I'm just kidding. He is back to make sure Harlem is safe. He is a simple man with simple goals, but it seems that once again, people are gonna keep trying to test his gangster. Of course, you have most people returning, with the exception of characters like Cottonmouth and Diamondback. We still have Mariah Dillard plotting and scheming, trying to control Harlem, but still be the noble councilwoman. Very confused she is. We got Misty Knight still holding it down with one arm. You got Shades, and we have a new villain this season in Bushmaster. This, I have to say, for me, was significantly better than the first season. I thought they did everything and just turned it to the max, which I absolutely loved. We got better music. We got better action, we got a better story, we got better dialogue, we got a better main villain. This was awesome.
For the most part, we got a better main villain. I would like to say this. In the first season of Luke Cage, I would say the first half of it, so 6 or 7 maybe episodes, every episode that Cottonmouth was alive in the first season to me, Luke Cage was amazing. Once he died and Diamondback picked up the mantle, the season went downhill. In this particular season, Season 2, it kind of was in reverse, in my opinion. Every episode until Bushmaster joined, which is about 3, maybe 4 episodes until he really got into it, the season kind of was a little dull. I really didn't like it as much.
Wow.
It kind of picked up just where the last season ended. Bad. I was very much not liking it at all. And it was mainly because with any great superhero, you need a great villain. And there really was no villain in the first 3 or 4 episodes. Are we going to count that councilwoman? Oh, is she really an original gangster now? No, she wasn't. And she did not do a good job at complimenting Luke Cage in the right way. But once the Bushmaster got involved, the show definitely went on a rocket.
Bushmaster was definitely somebody I felt could go toe-to-toe with Luke Cage. I mean, from the scene in which he basically knocked him out in front of everybody on the streets of Harlem.
Harlem is mine.
I knew at that moment, like, wow, this Jamaican is somebody not to be played with. This Bumbaclaw is going to be a real issue. And that's exactly what he was the whole entire season. And like my co-host said, he was formidable to compare against Luke Cage. It wasn't such a, dichotomy between the two where we had Diamondback in an advanced suit trying to match with Luke Cage where it looked silly. But we had Bushmaster just raw and unleashed taking on Luke Cage, and that was good to see.
And I also liked the fact that Bushmaster wasn't an idiot. He actually was a well-calculated brother that knew everything that he was doing and knew how he wanted to take down Luke Cage and also take over Harlem.
Exactly.
And he actually succeeded in his goal. Most villains don't even do that. He actually did. He succeeded in taking over Harlem. But he let his vengeance be his downfall. And I think Bushmaster was a well-written character. Everything that he was doing made sense, even the vengeance part of it. I don't want to give too much of the story away. I gave a little bit because this is a season review, so that means you've seen it all. But he had good intentions for taking over Harlem. He didn't want any bad to come to Harlem, but he kind of wanted to do it in his way, and he also had revenge on his mind as well.
I think what really made this season really good is the kind of triangle of conflict. Where in the first season, it was Luke Cage versus Cottonmouth, and then it was Luke Cage versus Diamondback. In this season, it was Luke Cage versus Bushmaster, and Bushmaster versus Mariah Dillard, and Mariah Dillard versus Luke Cage. There was this kind of circle of all 3 of them fighting for power, which made the plot lines in this season way better and more intimate, to me at least, than the first season.
And Harlem was caught in between all of those, like Nicky said, the triangle. Harlem was caught in between the middle. And really at the end of the day, Luke Cage just wanted to solve this because he didn't want Harlem to fall between the conflict.
I also liked how this season really tried to go back to the comic book with more references. You know, the Hero for Hire, the team up that happened later in the season with Luke Cage, the finally building in some of his, I don't want to call them sidekicks, but building those additional characters up that Luke Cage works with very often in the comic book. This season is solely for people who love the first season, and definitely for people who love the Luke Cage comic books.
And I don't know about y'all, but I'm really getting tired of the nurse. I really am. I'm really getting tired of the nurse. I also think the season got a lot better when she left. It did. It got a lot better because it wasn't just about some love story that they tried to, play out as they played out the TV show. It got really more about Luke Cage and being the hero for hire. Luke Cage defending the city. So once she left the picture, it really got more focus on the story, and I really did enjoy that.
Really, guys?
You gotta know we tried, man.
I ain't no joke.
She might have been holding him back a bit, and I probably agree it did get a lot better once she left. But still, it was her, at the end of the day, he was fighting for. Her and Harlem, his two loves.
Now, when Iron Fist got in here, I know Nikki Tate didn't want to give too much away, but I kind of got to speak about this just a little bit. Because I really think in the Luke Cage Season 2, I think they fixed Iron Fist. I think Danny Rand was fixed. Because in Danny Rand's first season, Iron Fist's first season, it wasn't good. It wasn't good. It was the worst. It probably was equally as bad as Defenders. It was bad. Maybe even down with Jessica Jones Season 2. So I have to really say that I am really looking forward to the second season of Iron Fist because of what I've seen from Danny Rand, from Iron Fist in Luke Cage Season 2. It was great.
I disagree. I'm not looking forward to the second season of Iron Fist. I'm looking forward to the first season of Heroes for Hire. Because if it's Iron Fist without Luke Cage, I won't be watching. For me, Season 2 was everything that I wanted. Again, Luke Cage is on a great trajectory. It isn't Daredevil with the Season 1, Season 2, but it is definitely better now than Jessica Jones. So, second best. Black man, second best. I'll take it. I would have to give this season an 8.8. I think it was very good. I think they did a lot of things right. Like I said earlier in this, the dialogue, the music, the whole feel. I felt like I was on the streets of Harlem with Luke Cage. This was a good show. Good job, guys.
I definitely would say that the show was really good, so that is not to be disputed at all. Luke Cage brought me mostly everything I wanted from the second season. This second season was far better than the first season. Definitely worth checking out. All of the same characters that we did like, for the most part, came back. The only thing that would have made this season better, I know, guys, this could just be me, or I might even be picky a little bit. If Cottonmouth, instead of his cousin, would have been a part of the triangle. Oh my God. Imagine Cottonmouth, Bushmaster, and Luke Cage. Oh my God. Someone like Nikki Tate, I will have to give this TV show an 8 out of 10. That is what I will have to leave it with, an 8. A good 8. It was still a good show, but it wasn't a great show. And 8.8 is leaning really towards greatness, and this show didn't quite capture that, but it wasn't bad. Definitely worth checking out. I binge watched it. I got all the episodes done by Sunday. That's how dedicated I was to this TV show.
That completes the review of Luke Cage Season 2. As always, let us know what you thought about Luke Cage. Are you watching? Are you still watching? Are you just looking to find a review video that wraps up the whole season? Well, this isn't it. You need to see the TV show, you lazy person. As always, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can stay up to date with all of our reviewing content. And don't forget, you've seen it here. Luke Cage.
Nah.
Bro, you literally say that. You say I'm not
Too much.
I'm not trying to give away nothing.
Too much. I'm not trying to give away too much. The Iron Fist.
Now I look stupid. Now I just look stupid. Because I said you team up to have, man, I don't want to spoil nothing. And then you come around, the Iron Fist!
The Iron Fist is in the building.
That's really stupid. Go ahead. You say whatever. which I do want you to say that. It still makes the other part I just say it looks stupid.
Not to give too much away so far in the review. Keep watching for more.
And as always, don't forget, you've seen it here.
I'm a Luke Cage, yo.